guys, welcome back to the channel. And this week we are catching crappie. We're on No Lynn Lake, and this was some practice getting ready for the Crappie Masters State Championship. And I kind of held off on posting this till after the state championship. But it is spring, and these crappie are finally beginning to get back to these brush piles, which is probably my favorite way to fish. Sometimes maybe it doesn't produce the biggest fish, sometimes it does, but it is definitely probably the easiest way to fish because once you have the brush pile, you've got some structure, and it's easier to target the structure as opposed to chasing individual fish. But they are really beginning to egg up. And you see, and popped one off of a deep brush pile there. But these fish, they're egging up. They've got some good weights. They're feeding like crazy. I, I fished the Crappie Masters State Championship this weekend, and I actually did get some footage from it. And I haven't got to look at it all. I will tell you, I did get the LVS 34, and I put it on. I was gonna wait till after the tournament, so we'll set this up. So this weekend, I'm putting this video out on April 10th. This video go live April 10th. So I fished. This was just before. I don't know exactly what day it was, but this is probably about a week. 5 days before the tournament, I went over there and I practiced just to kind of get a layout of what the lake was like. I'd only fished it one other time, and that was in October. The water level was similar to then, but I'd never really been on No Land other than just where we fished that one tournament last October. So not much history on this lake, but got out there, and man, I tell you, it is definitely, if not my favorite, one of my favorite lakes in Kentucky to fish. It's definitely, right now, it is producing the most keeper fish of any lake. I had a limit on this day. I had a limit, I think, in 2 hours, and they were all really good 11, 12-inch fish. I think I had one that was right at a pound and a half, which I didn't get it on video. I went over there to kind of scout out the lake, and right at the end of the day, I just started recording to make the video. But you can see here, these fish, that one there had a hold of the egg sinker. Was getting ready to pack it off, and I was trying to get down here to these other fish, which the reason why the screen's shaking is because I think there was 2 bass boats come through and went to shaking. But so, get everything set up. I'm rambling. Get back to talking about this tournament that we fished this week. So I get the LVS 34 in on Wednesday, and I was gonna wait till after this tournament because I hadn't updated the Garmin unit or anything. I was gonna wait till after this tournament to get the LVS 34 on. And my fishing partner, Kenny, he's like, let's put it on. So we scrambled. We stuck it on right before the tournament. The first day that we really got to tinker with it was on Thursday. The tournament was a Friday, Saturday tournament. So we put it on Thursday. And it was a little adjustment just because it wasn't the same screen that I'd been seeing for the last 2 years. So it did take a little bit of adjustment, but wait till you see it. And I got a little bit of footage of it actually during the tournament, and I got video footage from both days of the tournament, and I'm going to try to have that out next week for you. But in the meantime, hopefully I can get on the water some this week and really get a chance to show you the LVS 34. I know there's some ice fishing videos, and a little of this, a little of that, but I will show you some crappie fishing, zoom it out, show you structure, really get a good look at it. And at the end of this video, I do have just a snippet of some of that footage, but I think you're going to be very impressed. My overall first impressions are it's definitely nice. So, not that you can't catch fish with an LVS 32. Here's the LVS 32, and that's a great picture. You can see here I got a big fish coming in and getting ready to lay the hammer down on. Nope, wrong clip. That is the next clip. Sorry about that. This fish here, he comes, smells it, and it's probably a bass. It was really long, and there's a ton of bass in No Land, but you can see these what looks like bigger signatures are hanging out under the structure, and I had noticed that even before coming to No Land, I'd seen that on green, was that some of your bigger signatures are actually, and bigger fish are actually showing up under the structure. But I kind of got off on a little tangent with the LVS 34, but we'll get back to this spring time pattern. I mean, this is early spring too. It's going to get better, but fishing's good right now. They bit really good. We fished 3 days, and the fish bit every day. Probably caught, I don't know if we caught 100 fish every day, just because a lot of times we weren't necessarily, the fish were there. I mean, it would have been easy to caught 200 every day, but whenever you're getting ready for a tournament, trying to prepare for a tournament, you're not always necessarily, you don't have to catch every single fish in the water. So, and popped another, but you can see these things are just eating. I mean, I know there's some people's been catching them on minnows. I haven't really got a report from any of the local guides. I know Kenny's guide, he's been catching them, but and they've been catching them just spider rigging minnows, and I think some of the other local guides, they've been doing well. So it's definitely heating up. Water temperature there 53. It got down, water temp I think today was 52, just from, and it snowed. I mean, it for the tournament it snowed and it rained, and I'm hoping that we have that in that footage. But the upcoming week, you're going to be looking at days in the 70s. So I'm telling you, this right now is if you're in the central part of the United States, and they're probably still catching them down south too. I don't know. I haven't been down there fishing, but a month ago they were having big weights, killing it in Mississippi and Arkansas and everywhere. So it's moving north, and right now I think they're popped another one. I think right now is definitely the time to be on the water, and really honestly, you just got to get your bait in front of the fish. It's not really as much with presentation. It's just getting the bait in front of the fish. And I guess that's about all I have for this week. I can't think of any other tips. Leave comments. I try to get back to everyone, answer all the questions. I know when this LVS 34 footage drops, there's going to be a lot of questions. Just leave comments and we'll try to get them answered. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Please like the video and share these videos. And I'm gonna get to editing and trying to create as much content as I can this week. So this one might seem a little rushed. It's because it is. I got in late tonight. It's 11:30 and we're doing the voiceover, but we're gonna do better and try to get these things edited and put together a little bit earlier in the week this week. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the water. Bass are a lot of fun out here. They're also aggravating as all get out. And that's where the better fish are. Good chunky fish. And that one's a good one to go home on.